Don't read the
Don't
comments.
check your
Don't read the
mentions.
comments.
No, you can't have this argument and then say don't at me.
I'll block you all. Okay, shocker in Paris, guys. Manchester City and PSG 2-1. I'm Jenny Chu here with mis amigos Aaron West and Nico Cantor, and this is Did I Mention? What is it in Spanish?
My friends. My friends.
My friends. No, the name of the show.
El trío de Lo Había Mencionado.
Lo había mencionado.
And by the way, I wanna shout out the UCL on CBS sports team, because they did get the spelling right, but they didn't put the upside down exclamation point and the upside down question mark, which was the real stunner that they didn't get that right. So now I do expect the upside down interrogation marks on the other side. So that's the small little detail that I'm waiting for.
Okay, Nico. Thank you for that. Guys, at halftime, we did not see this coming. I did not see this coming. I'll speak for myself. I learned from my mistakes with Aaron and Tosin to not speak for us all. But PSG losing the plot, Nico.
Yeah, definitely. And before I get into PSG losing the plot, I think you lost the plot, Jenny, too, because you only dress nice when Chelsea plays. You just wear a t-shirt on all the other days.
Yeah.
If you're gonna come for my life now, just wait. If that's what we're gonna do today, we're gonna do it today.
All right. I mean, we'll see. But it seems like you only. Well, you don't know my situation where I am at with my internet. I've been having a long battle. Let's not get into internet things. Let's get into things we can control, like dressing nice. So look, I got my pearl necklace out. Let's talk about PSG.
All right, PSG lost the plot. You lost the plot. Let's go.
Yeah, definitely. Especially after the way that the first half went, PSG really controlled the game. I think Manchester City was a little bit more reserved in the fact that they weren't really releasing their outside backs, which is a little bit different in the second half. And they did kind of feel that onslaught of Manchester City coming at them, but it wasn't like it was all virtuous from the City perspective, because the goals, I mean, Keylor Navas, I mean, the wall, like, of course you got to hand it to Manchester City to get themselves back into this game, but that mistake from Keylor Navas, and mentally I think PSG takes a hit. Then Neymar with a stupid foul here and there, the team trying to just get it all together, and they're doing the complete opposite of that. And then I think it all culminates with Ghana gave that kick on Gundogan, which was just rash, ill-advised, and a deserved red. It all went south in literally 13 minutes. PSG had a good first half. City turned it on. Yes, they did. But they went from going up 1-0 and holding on to a pretty good result to a poor result. And I think City could have even got more.
Yeah, our broadcast team, Micah Richards even told Kate Abdo at halftime, he said, "Kate, I'm nervous." And that's how I think everybody on Man City's side was feeling, but not Pep Guardiola, Aaron. He was calm, and he figured it out second half.
Yeah, honestly, I give Pep a lot of credit. I said before this match, the biggest thing for City is Pep going to overthink it? That's what happens when he gets to these big matches. He's literally like out there analyzing game film. He's like seeing Joao Cancelo six steps to his right in the 64th minute, like little things like that. But today he stayed calm. He didn't overthink his starting lineup. Obviously, Sergio Aguero was not fully fit. He went with Kevin De Bruyne as a false nine, but the rest of the team was pretty solid. He didn't change it from what they had been working before. And even when they went down, he didn't panic. He didn't shake things up. They just kept playing the way they typically play. His players looked confident. They looked like we're able to execute exactly what he told us to do. This is not, we don't have too much on our minds. We're just playing. He made the right substitutions. I really think this one, like, obviously, I tweeted about this. I wasn't sure if that was a Keylor Navas mistake. And then I looked at it again. The goalkeepers were like, yo, he was wilding. He didn't move his feet. He did. Yes, there were runners in the vicinity, but that was on Keylor Navas. The wall, my goodness. That was an awful wall. But those things aside, City executed. They did what they were supposed to do. They didn't panic. And I really, really feel like this is, I give Pep a lot of credit for how he set his team up today.
Aaron, to add to your point, I think what City did in the second half with pushing Cancelo up the field and Kyle Walker getting more involved in the ball possession in PSG's half really changed things up. Because usually what City does and when they play their game, Pep said it in the press conference the day before. He goes, you can't defend against players like Di Maria, Mbappe, and Neymar. You can't do it. So you have to impose your game. And I think in the second half, City played like we usually see them play. In the first half, Cancelo and Walker were pretty set back into their defensive positions. And once they stepped into rival territory, Foden was able to find those pockets, and so was Kevin De Bruyne. Mahrez had the liberty to drift out wide, and Bernardo Silva had the ability to roam and create that unbalance that PSG in the first half wasn't broken down whatsoever, because just between the four of them, it wasn't easy. But then you add two on attack, then it changes things up. It shakes things up. Obviously, you got to watch your back, because if you lose possession, that's what PSG was doing against Bayern. But see, City was doing a pretty good job once they lost the ball. There was that one moment when Cancelo went forward and Di Maria stole the ball and he escaped the pressure and he put Mbappe through, and Ederson was quick off his line. You know, those moments of brilliance that PSG can often show you, but it didn't happen where you saw that City was too exposed in the back. And I think their second half, they like you said, Aaron, Pep didn't panic. He stuck to his guns. He stuck to not playing with a damn forward. Boca doesn't play with a damn forward, and you don't know how frustrating that is. We saw our forward in Minnesota United, and I go crazy. Like, we don't have a striker. Only they could play at Manchester City, I would be a little bit happier.
No, you know what? I was watching like on FaceTime with my brother, and he was like, "Why is nobody there in this space? Why is nobody?" I'm like, "They don't play with a 9. They don't play with a 9. Like, that's just what they do. You just gotta trust. I don't know." But okay, you mentioned Di Maria. Di Maria's whipped in cross has to be mentioned. It was so good.
Yeah, and we to that point, Jenny, exactly. Like, I think a lot of people are rightfully slating Keylor Navas. Like, I went back and watched it. He was at fault. Like, he did not move his feet. He probably trusted his defenders way too much. Shout out Mark Yeselevsky, who pointed that out. Like, he had too much trust in his defenders in that. He thought one of them was going to sort it out. Kimpembe was going to get that. Mitchell Bakker, I think, was also on the back post. But he should have been handling that. That's on him. But that ball is perfect. It's literally the ball that every coach tells you to play it. Like, if a defender or if an attacker is not going to get a foot on it, the ball should go in the goal, right? Like, that's like every single like youth coach ever is like, yeah, that's how the ball you play in should be. It was absolutely perfect. Kevin De Bruyne was everywhere. He's finding those pockets of space, and that is the key. If you're going to play with a false 9, that false 9 has to be involved coming back and creating chances so that the wingers can tuck in and combine, so that your midfielders can get on and beyond. And Kevin De Bruyne did everything he was supposed to do in that role today, and he just does his job. Like, Kevin De Bruyne is like one of those players, when he has a bad game, everyone is shocked, because it doesn't happen. He just is so consistent, and he's so consistently excellent that when he's average, it's just like, yo, what happened today? What happened to him? What's going on?
I love that you bring him up. Because that is my point. I was mentioning to our producer earlier that someone was like, "Oh, he's so overrated," and I was like, "No. He is perfectly rated. He is really good, and maybe you're not seeing what he does, but he definitely does it."
Overrated? Who said De Bruyne was overrated?
Probably
I'm not going to
United
put him on
fans.
blast. I'm not going to put him on
Probably
blast
United
because
fans.
he's getting surgery today, so I'm not going to put him on blast. But okay, I have some stats. I love the stats.
Is that Manchester United fan the guy that usually appears in this square right here? Or no?
Oh, no.
Another Manchester United fan? Okay, because
that's not Tosin. Tosin,
okay,
let's
okay.
we know Tosin actually understands the game. He says some wild stuff, but he would not be the one to say De Bruyne is overrated.
Okay.
I will defend him.
Let's get to my stats. So let's get to my stats, okay? Because I have another bone to pick with you guys in a bit. De Bruyne is the third player to score in 3 consecutive matches against PSG, only joining Messi, Marcus Rashford, and Neymar, which I thought was really great. He has 5 goals, 5 assists in the last 8 Champions League knockout matches. So numbers are real.
All right. You said you got a bone to pick with me, Jenny. What's up? You want to fight?
I do want to fight. The only thing, I know that we've already talked about the game a little bit. The only thing is I can't stand, not specifically this game, but just in general, Neymar rolling around on the ground for so long after a foul. I don't understand it. I can't get behind it. And I know that he gets fouled a lot, okay? He's the most fouled in Champions League, 35 times. That's about 5 fouls per match. That's once every 18 minutes. But my point is, even if you get fouled that much, you do not have to be so dramatic and roll on the ground. And the way that he does it, okay, again, to say lost the plot, he can hurt himself more. He can hurt himself more in the way that he's doing it. And he's losing credibility. Like, if I were the opposing team, I would foul him more. I'd be like, yep, that hurt you? Go crack.
I love that South American spirit, or at least that Latin American spirit that Jenny has in her. It's in her blood. You know, if you're going to roll around the ground, I'm
gonna hit you again, right when you
I
pop
want to
up.
give you something to cry about for real.
As soon as you pop up, I'm gonna hit you again.
Yeah. All right. So here's the thing. I am not going to defend how dramatic he is, and I don't like the embellishment either. But I fully understand. Like, I've been watching Neymar since he was at Santos in Brazil. Since he was like, he's skinny now, but he was like 120 pounds maybe. He has been getting the shit kicked out of him since he has touched the ball. And when that happens, like, this soccer is not a sport where being a tough guy helps. Like, honestly, like, you don't get points for being a tough guy. Like, if someone fouls you in the box and you don't go down, you just didn't get a penalty. Like, it doesn't help.
We're not having penalties.
No, I understand.
If you're in the box, go down.
That's not the point. That's not the point overall. But I'm saying I understand why he does it, because I watched a lot of him in Brazil, and for every foul that they called, there were 4 or 5 that they don't call. And because a player like Neymar, no, it's because he's better than everyone, and he dribbles, and he likes to stall.
If I was a ref,
so
I'd be like,
people like to kick him, and
you're only
good. The game is physical, so you can get away with a lot. So the ones that don't get called, if you see Neymar, like, go back and watch some of those games at Santos. Watch some of the tackles that he jumps that would have broken his leg. Watch when he plays in France. Some of the tackles that he jumps away from that would have broken his leg if he stayed in them. Again, the embellishment, I hate the rolling. I hate the screaming, but I get it. That's all I'm saying. I understand.
So, look, before you say what you need to say, Jenny, I kind of just want to interject. That's the way that his game is. You know, he's a provocative player.
Yeah.
He's someone, if he's going to go at you and you're going to defend him and he's going to start doing his tricks and his step overs, you're going to end up clipping him, and you're going to end up hitting. He's smaller than you, and it's going to hurt him. But here's my thing. Go back to the game just now, where PSG are already down 2-1, and
That's
fouls
where I'm with
Ruben Diaz.
That's where I'm with you.
And Ruben Diaz goes down to the ground, and he's like, get up. You know, there's that double standard.
Of all people.
Yeah, no, I am 100% with you
for the
on
other
that.
people, you can't do it. Like, I get it. That's the way he plays, but I don't know.
No, that's where I'm with you. I'm not going to disagree with you on that in the slightest. I won't. I just understand why he's a little bit dramatic when he gets kicked. That's it. That's all. No. I'm not going to defend him.
You can say you understand it, but okay, Messi has been fouled 77 times this season in La Liga.
I'm so glad you brought up Messi. I am so glad you brought up Messi. Look at how Messi is built. Messi is probably 170 pounds. He's 5'7", 5'8". His center of gravity is at his knees. Messi is solid and thick and stocky, so he can take getting kicked. His center of gravity is so low. He's built so much. It has everything to do with it. They're built physically different. Neymar is injury prone. We've seen it. Messi is very durable. He gets the shit kicked out of him on a regular basis and can actually handle it. Usually he doesn't get injured that often. But Neymar, if he gets kicked, he will break his ankle.
You want to make the comparison about body size. You want to make the comparison about body size.
Not size, type.
In women's football, okay, you have these skinny teammates of mine, okay, that now play in certain leagues, getting absolutely wrecked in the same way, and they will pop back up. It has nothing to do with that. It is like a mentality thing. It is like this dramatic.
The women's game is very honest.
It's also women in general, because of the way that women are seen. Like, women are seen more negatively if they do. I think what we'll see more progress in the women's game is when we see women diving and embellishing. Because now if you see a woman dive or embellish, everyone's like, why is she doing that? No, I think that's when we'll actually, that's the next level, is when we'll see
women are
we will
able to
never
dive in and
come to
embellish
your
and
level.
not
We
looking
won't.
down on them and not
Women-
looking down on them for it.
women are tougher than men. Like women have to give
That's
birth.
facts. That's also facts.
We are.
That's also facts.
All I have to
So
say
I
is,
think-
Aaron, if you're gonna make the I understand why he does it and like it's a whatever, all these things about Neymar, I'm assuming that that's who you are in Sunday League.
I don't play Sunday League because I've been
Ooh.
injured too much. I 100% understand. No, this is the point. Yeah, I understand it because I was Neymar. I was injury prone as hell. I would get kicked and I would get injured. So I get it.
Okay, sorry, we
Jenny,
lost the plot
now
again.
I want Neymar to score 2 goals in the second leg now and just shut you up. Tweet at you.
No, that works for me because my prediction is PSG 2-0. So that works for me.
Okay.
I'm
The
going
thing is,
1-1 Man City.
I'm
going
predicting
through.
that because Mbappe wasn't here. He wasn't there today. He's going to be there next leg.
I don't think he's going to be there next leg either.
He's going to be there next leg. Give me your predictions.
1-1 City goes through.
Yeah.
Nico Gandor?
I think Aaron and I are seeing eye to eye yesterday and today. I think the same thing because City now is in full control. PSG need to score 2 and not receive any goals. So if City plays like they did in the second half and they can control the game and they can dictate the tempo, obviously that comes with a risk again, just like it was the second half. But with the pressure on, I'm not too sure PSG is too clutch of a team when the pressure's on. And if City can hold that ball and do their game like Pep wants to, I think it'll play into their hand.
Okay. We got it. Let's see what happens. Like, comment, subscribe. Let us know who you agree with, who you disagree with. Don't come at me for the Neymar hate.
Everyone's coming at you. Everybody is coming at you.
Have fun with that one. Don't read the
Don't
comments.
check your
Don't read the
mentions.
comments.
No, you can't have this argument and then say don't at me.
I'll block you all.